Hey everybody, I am Kate Dillon from CrateInsider.com, and today we're taking a look at our carbon fiber drive shaft from FastShafts. Now, our friends at FastShafts, they make a couple of different sizes of carbon fiber drive shafts. In fact, they have a whole line of drive shafts, anything from the chromoly to carbon fiber. In the carbon fiber, which is what we're going to talk about today, we have them for any of the dirt late models. Now, we sell a 2 1/4 inch for the crate late models, and we sell a 2 3/4 inch that can be used for the 525s or those higher horsepower applications. Now, if you've never really looked at carbon fiber drive shafts or you haven't thought about the differences, let's talk a little bit about why you would choose a carbon fiber drive shaft versus an aluminum one. First of all, we're looking at super lightweight. This drive shaft only weighs, I just put it on the scales, and it only weighed like 6 3/4 pounds. So less than 7 pounds. I mean, I could probably even, oh, look at that. Either I'm really strong or it's just less than 7 pounds. And it also, besides the carbon fiber, it has this heavy duty aluminum for the ends right here. And that's a really important aspect as well, because we want something that's going to work together all throughout the entire range on that. Now, besides the weight, or talking about the weight, why that's such an advantage is especially in a crate application where we have a lower horsepower. I mean, we have what we have. So we're going to try to get every little bit out of it that we possibly can. And this is going to lower our rotating weight in that drivetrain, which has the opportunity to increase horsepower by freeing up more horsepower and giving you better performance. Another reason to run a carbon fiber drive shaft is the safety aspect. And of course, I love safety. I talk a lot about fire suppression and different things like that. But one thing with this is if you're running an aluminum drive shaft, for instance, if one of those breaks apart and it's still attached at one end, it can be flinging around, and it is more than likely to take out everything else in its path. Things like bell housings. I've heard stories of aluminum drive shaft ends coming through a cockpit and hitting someone, breaking arms, slashing people's legs, different things like that. And I'm not trying to be over dramatic, it just happens. What's an advantage with the carbon fiber drive shaft is when it comes apart, it just shreds like a broomstick, or some people say it just kind of explodes. But it really, you don't really see that a lot. They are incredibly durable. I don't know what the video is, but there's a video out there. I'm just going to reference it, but I know Formula One was doing some testing and they were doing a torsion test. So they were twisting different kinds of drive shafts to figure out which was strongest. And it was really amazing to watch. So if I can source that video and link it, I certainly will. Now, I talked to Pat Fagan from FastShafts and I asked him, hey Pat, do you have a tip that I can pass on? Is there any tip that I need to really relay to racers for when they're installing one of your drive shafts? And what he mentioned to me is that when you are installing your drive shaft, you want to really make sure that you tighten down the U-bolts. And one method that he recommended in order to do that is you want to hold the carbon fiber drive shaft with one hand, and you want to use a 3-inch wrench with your other. But then once it hits that lock nut, you actually want to go 1/2 turn more to really make sure that it's nice and secure. So here we go, carbon fiber drive shafts. Of course, they're available at CrateInsider.com. I encourage you to pick one up today. Thank you so much for watching.